Well, besides usual harassment on the public transport or even on the streets, my most shocking experience was when I was walking on the streets and I was wearing a dress because it was like 35 degrees Celsius out on the outside. It was like 35 degrees, so it was really hot. And I was wearing a dress and I was walking on the street to the market because we needed to shop, you know, fruits. And well, I was walking on the street with my simple dress, and a few men that were sitting on the street started throwing rocks at me, told me that I was a whore and that why would I dress that way, that made apparently wearing a dress made me a whore. So yeah, I that was the most shocking experience.
In the last days, we have heard a lot this word feminism. Some people believe it means more power for women or women are better than men, but this powerful word means gender equality. The feminist movement is looking for the respect of women's rights on the ground of the equality of sexes. This movement is very necessary because the mission of the Goal 5 of the Sustainable Development Goals is to provide equal opportunities to both genders in all areas. But nowadays, women and girls are suffering lack of respect, disempowerment, and their rights are being violated. What we have just heard was a testimony of a woman that has experienced gender discrimination in her country, Mexico. She has been offended due to her gender, and that seems to me a very unpleasant and incorrect act. For me, it is unjustifiable. How was she violently treated just for walking in the street? She lives in a country with freedom, but nevertheless, she cannot dress as she wants to because her integrity will be in danger. All around the world, we are struggling with the issue of gender equality. However, in some countries, it is more notorious than in others. Now, we will hear the different perspectives of people from different countries according to the topic.
I think Japan is lower quality than average of the world. Until 90s, most of Japanese men thinks that men work, women do housework. They never help each other. However, it's changing now to be gender equal and co-educational.
Finland has always been in spotlight because of the gender equality. Finland was the first country to grant full women political rights and is a gender equality pioneer.
Gender equality needs to proactively advance on the change of discriminative laws for eliminating the roots of discrimination of women's rights. There's a big amount of developing countries that have lack of laws for protecting women against domestic violence. Nowadays, there are 49 countries with lack of protective laws. I consider this is a shocking number since no women deserve a violent treat, and by not having these laws, they don't have a way to defend themselves. In regard from the previous data, I decided to make the following question. Have you experienced any situation of gender inequality in your country?
In supermarket, the cashier is woman, but bosses are men, most of.
Yes, I frequently experience it, usually when I'm in the street, sometimes at school, or even at home with my parents.
Yes, actually, one of Japanese universities intentionally enrolled much more boys examinees than girls examinees. Even some girls examinees got higher scores than some of boys who have passed the exam.
No, never. In Finland, everybody treats you as an equal, and women are totally more independent.
From the different testimonies we have just heard, just the woman from Finland has never experienced a situation defined by gender inequality. According to the data of the United Nations, 1 in 5 women and girls under the age of 50 will experience physical and/or sexual violence by an intimate partner each year. For me, this is an injustice, an embarrassing event that needs to end, since there's people out there suffering for just existing, and life doesn't mean this, neither we deserve to live that way. I believe gender equality is possible, but for making it real, we first have to solve the obstacles that exist for achieving it. For having a more complete idea of what the people think necessary to solve for having gender equality in the world, I decided to go and ask them the following question. What do you think is the main obstacle for achieving gender equality?
I think much of the change starts with education and creating equitable laws and punishing by law those who do not comply.
The heritage of women, submission, and machismo.
It's definitely government. The percent of women politicians is lower than men. The world should be more comfortable for women to be politicians and make better world to be safer for women. Of course, for all of us.
I think the existence of men who still look down on women is the obstacle for achieving the gender equality.
I think the main problem that does not allow equality is the insecurity, the fact that women cannot go out at a certain hour or dressed a certain way, or even by themselves. The result is us having to change our lifestyle or just to avoid getting sexually assaulted, kidnapped, or killed. I also think the culture is a big factor in gender inequality.
I consider the best way to make a significant change is going to the bottom of the problem, and this means eliminating all kind of unconscious thoughts and ideals regarding society and gender roles. People sometimes discriminate in indirect ways due to being so used to hearing or watching different behaviors or ideals against women. Each one of us is responsible for gender inequality, and for making a big change in our society, we all must be part of this movement. The Goal 5 promotes citizenship, as each one of us can be part of this change. Gender equality believes all humans should be part of this world in all kinds, and specifically, everyone needs to have a vote for speaking.